Hey, how everybody doing? This is Free, founder of the 40 Strong, and this is 40 Minutes with 40, and I am here to share with you my free Friday thoughts. Now, this has been a while. I used to do the free Friday thoughts pretty often. This was before the situation happened at River North, and I was thinking the other day, like, so many times I think of different ideas or plans or thoughts, and having it to share with the families and the reform community, I think is important because we are all in this together. If you are a person who has a person incarcerated, maybe you are planning this for your loved one, please feel free to play these messages to your loved one who may be incarcerated, who's looking for some hope or some inspiration. If you are a reformer, if you're out there busting your butt every day, writing letters, sending emails, trying to make change, I think that it's very important that we are all inspired and given information and poured into. Top Dog gave me some information the other day, just saying how it's important for people to pour into you. So I want to go from that perspective today with this Free Friday thought. Pouring into people is of the utmost importance because we are not born or created to be of self. We are born and created to be of service to others. So what I believe is that when I present myself as founder of the 40 Strong, whether if I'm having a good day or bad day, I'm frustrated, I didn't sleep right last night, whatever that is, once I step on a compound, in a pod, trial hall, because it can happen at any time, and someone say, hey, Free, what do you think about this? Or what should I do about this? At that moment, I am no longer me. I'm not Courtney. I'm not Free. I'm none of that. I am a man of service, which means I have to humble myself, regardless of how the person looks, how tall they are, how short they are, their gender, their religious beliefs or whatever. I have to then understand that I have to be of service to this person. And I'm very dedicated to that because I never want someone to encounter me or someone from the organization. And I would like to believe that everyone in the organization, Ruth, Netta, Kirsten, people from the past, Chris, Angela, Malik, Tirza, Sydney, Nazir, everyone who's been affiliated with the 40 Strong from the past or the present, I would love to believe that we are all people of humility, that we would want to be of service to someone, and that this is a selfless job. So once I'm presented with a situation, a question, what do you think, I have to then humble myself from whatever I'm dealing with in my personal life, whatever happened yesterday, whatever I'm going through that day, and I'm usually in an upbeat mode. So most people would tell you 95% of the time, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling optimistic, I wake up ready to go, ready to work. So if it's one of those bad days, then I understand that I am of service to this person because what this person is dealing with is important to them. It may not seem important because you don't know how the simplest problems, how to file a grievance or how to get my property from another facility, these are important to that person. So when I'm listening, it's not for me to judge or say, oh, well, that's not important. It's for me to then put on my service hat and say, okay, what is your problem? And find the best resolution in that moment to help that person. So I would encourage all of the reformers who are doing the work, the families, everyone who's involved with criminal justice reform. I appreciate and I thank you for being of service. Because even though I have the position of founder of the 40 Strong, that does not take away my gratefulness of having great people that are fighting for us, that are making calls for us, that are working for us. And I'm just so thankful. Even my team, like my son, like he's working 2 jobs, doing this. Tiz is working a couple jobs, and they're finding time to send out an email, post something on Facebook. So when I say it's a selfless job, I mean that literally. Like, to fight for people, to fight for injustice, to fight for someone's freedom, their equality, whatever it may be, it is a job of service. So I thank you. If you're listening to this and you have put your hat in the ring in any shape or form, I am thankful to you. We are thankful to you. Now, being poured into, now that is where it gets a little slippery, because you may be giving out so much, and you working and you doing this, and you always helping somebody, you answering the call when somebody calls, you staying up late, you up early, and you can find yourself tired, weakened, not fulfilled. So you have to be careful about that, and you want to be around people that provide that is willing to take a moment to say, how do you feel? How can I help you? Have you been sleeping? What are you working on? Are you mentally okay? Are you spiritually okay? Are you emotionally okay? So please find these voices, these people who genuinely want to make sure that you're well, that genuinely want to make sure that you're okay, and they're always willing to provide something to you of service. And this doesn't have to be the flashiest thing, and I'll buy you dinner, and I'll get you a new tire. It's the simplest thing. How are you doing? How do you really feel? What are you thinking? Are you sleeping correctly? Are you eating correctly? Are you taking care of yourself? Those voices are the voices that we need to continue being of service to others. Because if you're serving everybody else and you're running on empty and you have nowhere to get your fulfillment, your peace, your joy, your word of encouragement, then that could leave you burnt out. And a lot of times, I have to say this, people who are of service, who are change makers, we don't always know how to accept or retrieve that which we need, because we're always doing for others. We're always helping someone. So we don't always know how to say, oh, I need to be poured into. I'm feeling weak, because I don't like to necessarily show weakness.
However, that weakness could be a strength, because it takes real strength to say, look, I need help. I'm struggling. I need somebody to talk to, somebody to listen to, somebody to listen to me. So I think what we have to do when you are in leadership positions, or if not in a leadership position, but you find yourself constantly as the person that's the glue, that person in the family, on the job, as a parent, whatever that may be, as a spouse, whatever that may be, you are constantly that person, and being that person, it has to be reciprocal. You can't pick and choose all the time who that person would be, but you have to have that to be able to not just thrive in that role, but to be a success in that role. Because if you're dead empty with nothing inside, you're not going to be able to help yourself or nobody else. So I'm asking you, take time, be patient with yourself. With enormous responsibility comes enormous pressure. The pressure is a privilege when it comes to helping and saving people, or doing your part to make this world just a little bit better. So to all the reformers, all the families, all those who have any fight going on, I wish you well. Continue to push, and don't be afraid sometimes to say, I need some help. This is Free, founder of the 40 Strong. This is 40 Minutes with 40, your Friday free thought. Thank you.
Thank you for using GTL.